Belgian enterprise architect, Maxime Gijzelink, recently reminded me of an old blog post of mine about employee as customer of HR. One of the practical problems we have when doing business architectures and even enterprise architectures at the IT level is the old Taylorist attitude that a customer is seen as really not much more than a walking wallet, and an employee is little more than a box of desirable characteristics, which is what a job description typically is. So it doesn't actually look at the person as person. In both cases, the employee and the customer, they're viewed as possessed assets. But the catch here is that people are not assets. It is the relationship with the person that is the asset, because without that relationship, we don't have connection to the person. So that the phrase about people are not assets, in fact the only time when people are assets is when they're slaves. So if we think of people as assets, this is not a good idea, perhaps particularly with employees. So the employee relationship is very similar to a customer relationship, to sales and marketing. For example, we have a prospect employee. Do they match up with our story? Do they have needs that match our needs? What are the prospects? What are the things that make that person a prospective? How do we interview them? It's very similar to a sales connection. With a current employee, it's very much like an ongoing customer. With an ex-employee, did you do an exit interview? Did you find out why your customer left? Did you find out why your employee left? Can you maintain relationships with customers, like in a CRM system, so that they might come back? Some very interesting organisations actually have alumni organisations for their ex-employees. We also have to be concerned, just as we have to be concerned about anti-clients and anti-customers, people who are no longer connected, but who are committed against our organisation. They don't trust our organisation anymore. The equivalent is the anti-employee. Look at the bad reviews of organisations on Glassdoor, for example. You'll see a lot of anti-employees there, people who were employees and no longer will be. The customer relationship with HR has been broken. We also need to look at things like presenteeism. Not just absenteeism where someone doesn't turn up, but presenteeism is very similar to an unwilling customer, someone who feels trapped, as in a dysfunctional monopoly. You are the only provider in town. That doesn't make you a happy customer. The same is true when people are employed in an organisation but have no commitment or engagement to the story. So it's really useful to think of employees as customers of HR and look at it very much like a customer type relationship, an ongoing customer relationship.